Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to Abdullah Patel English High School and DRT Junior College. Today we are going to start by English. As we have completed by our chapter number 1, that is An Astrologer's Day. I have completed by icebreakers, explanation of the chapter and brainstorming activities. Hope you have understood it and completed your first chapter in your online assignment book. Then the next I have started by chapter number 2, that is 1.2, on saying please. I've given you the answers of icebreakers as well as I have explained you the summary of the writer, the background of the writer. Now starting by the chapter, our chapter name is On Saying Please. It is written by A.G. Gardner. I've already explained you about the writer Alfred George Gardner. Okay. Starting by the part 1, I have divided a chapter into 2 parts. Today I am going to explain you part 1 of the chapter. Now as the title goes as On Saying Please. In short, what the chapter is, what the chapter is about, it is about good manners which is added in our life. Now from where this good manners came? It is man-made, right? We have created it manners. As we are living in a society, we have to follow certain rules and regulations, that is norms, which are very much important for us. Without that social norms, we cannot live in our society. They make our days pleasant, as well as the people who come into contact with us, they also say what a good girl she is, what a good boy he is having such a good behavior, right? The words of courtesy what we are using, for example, thank you and please, these are the two most common words that we are using in a form of courtesy to other people, to win our friends, or maybe for making our life very smooth going in front of our parents, in front of our teachers. We are using this kind of words. Though good manners are an asset to one's life, there are no penalties or legal consequences for bad manners too. If we are following good manners, we are a good person. But if we are not following good manners, it doesn't mean that we have to pay penalty for our bad behavior. Only it's like that people will say that she or he is having no proper behavior, or the guidance, the parents are not given a proper upbringing to those students or those children who are using bad manners or bad languages. So all the blame will come on parents, that parents had not given a proper upbringing, that's why so and so is having a bad behavior. But he or she doesn't have to pay any kind of penalty for that, for having bad behavior. So on this value our chapter is based. I hope you have understand till here the summary of the chapter. Now moving further for the explanation of our chapter On Saying Please. The chapter start by the young lift man in a city office who threw a passenger out of his lift the other morning and was fined for the offense was undoubtedly in the wrong. Now see, the story start as, here we are having a liftman. Liftman, in our building there is lift, okay, and that lift is managed by a person. So here the person is young. So what he want, that he is working in a city office and he threw out a passenger. A passenger who has came in the lift, he threw out that passenger of the lift. And the next morning he was fined for that offense. That why he threw out a passenger from the lift, and whatever he has done is wrong. So there was a question of please. So why he threw out? Because there was a question of please. The complainant here means the person who has done the complaint, that this liftman has thrown me out of the lift. Why? So that complainant entering the lift said top. Before, while he entered in the lift, he asked the liftman that he want to go up, he want to go top. The liftman demanded top please. How he have to say? Please say me top please. Use the word of courtesy please. So he has not said to use the term please. He just said top. So that was the angerness to the young man, the lift young man, and this concession being refused, he not only declined to comply with the instruction but hurdled the passenger out of the lift. So not only he forces, he not only comply but also he he pushed the passenger out of the lift. This of course was carrying a comment on manner too far, and thus there was a comment on the behavior of the liftman. This of course was carrying a comment on manner too far. Discourtesy means rudeness, battamizi. It's not a legal offense. What the liftman has done is not a legal offense, right? It is not the battamizi in whatever he has done, and it does not excuse assault and battery. Assault means it is a kind of situation when a person is trying to fight, and battery means where a real fighting is going on. It is a burglar breaks into my house and I knock him down. The law will acquaint me, and if I am physically assaulted, it will permit me to retaliate with reasonable violence. If a burglar means a thief, comes into our house and I knock him down means push to the ground. The law will acquaint me. Acquaintment means leave me. Why? Because I just push him for my safety and I am physically assaulted. Hope in future he has killed me. So that was the reason that I have pushed him. It will permit me to retaliate. Retaliate means that the law permit me to do the same thing to the person who wants to harm me with reasonable violence. It does this because the burglar and my assailant means the attacker, have broken quite definite commands of the law, but no legal system could attempt to legislate against bad manners or could sanction the use of violence against something which does not itself recognized as a legally punishable offense. So whatever is done, it is not a legal punishable offense. There is no legally punishable offense. There is no legal system that could attempt to legislate. Legislate here means to make a law. There is no law for this kind of violence. Violence means an action which cause damage. So there is no such rule for the person who will have attack in person to for the attacker who is attacking. So there is no such rule, and the law will leave me, acquaint me. And our sympathy with the liftman, we must admit that the law is reasonable. Reasonable means that the law is following its own rule, whatever may be the reason, the law will follow its own reason. It would never do if we were at liberty to box people ears because we did not like their behavior or the tone of their voices or the scowl on their faces. Our fists would never be idle and the gutters of the city would run with blood all day. So there is not such a law which is giving us the permission for that. So we are not at liberty. Liberty means freedom. We are not having that much of freedom to box people to have a punch on the people's ears. We cannot punch each and everyone only just because we didn't like their behavior is bad, so we will have a punch on them. So we are not having that much of permission, or we doesn't like the tone of the voices, doesn't like the voices of some person, so we just give a punch to them. Or a scowl on the faces, the angerness is seen in some faces of the people, so we cannot give a punch to those people. Our fist would never be idle. Idle means free. If every time we are ready to have a punch to box the people here, so our fist will never be idle, means our fist will never be free. And all the gutters in the cities, whatever the cities gutters are there, it will run with blood all day. Every day we will see gutter are running with blood. There will be no water in the gutter. Instead of water, there will be only blood everywhere. Okay, so that is the reason. Then here it is written, this law is reasonable. I may be as uncivil. Uncivil means a loose character person, battamiz, impolite. I may be as uncivil as I may please. and the law will protect me against violent retaliation. I may be haughty. Haughty means ghamandi, arrogant, or boorish. Boorish means having a rude behavior. And there is no penalty to pay except the penalty of being written down an ill-mannered fellow. Means whatever our behavior would be. So what the law will do? Just there will be a written thing, a written script will be there that so and so person is an ill-mannered person, ill-mannered fellow, but there will be no penalty for it. There will be no punishment for me. The law does not compel me to say please or to attune my voice to other people's sensibilities any more than it says that I shall not vex my moustaches or dye my hair or wear ringlets down my back. It does not recognize the laceration of our feeling as a case for compensation. There is no allowance for moral and intellectual damages in this matters. Now, there is no law made that which will compel us. Compel means force. There is no law which would force me to say please, that you have to say please to the people, or that or the law will attune means to adjust with the situation, adjust my voice to other people's sensibility, or to follow the people what people want to do, and I have to follow those people. So there is no any kind of this law that would force me to do like that, or there will be no such punishment that I have to wax my own mutaches. Mutaches means muchi, and dye my hair or wear ringlets down my back. Okay, so this punishment is it is not written in any kind of book that I will get this punishment if I'm not saying please, if I'm not using the words of courtesy. It does not recognize the laceration. Laceration here means tear of our feeling as a case of compensation. So there is nothing like that that I have to compensate if I am not saying please to another person. There is no allowance. There is no I don't have to pay any kind of allowance for moral and intellectual damages. Whatever the things will be, whatever the feeling I am hurt, feeling of the people. If I am hurting a feeling of any people, so there is not such an allowance that I have to pay morality, intellectual damages in this matters. This does not mean that the damages are negligible. It is probable that the liftman was much more acutely hurt by what he regarded as a slur upon his social standing than he would have been if he had a kick on the shins for which he could have got a legal redress. Now the story goes as that it doesn't mean that if there is no law, no proper law for such things, there is no proper punishment, there is no penalty. So it does not mean that there will be no damages. It cannot be ignored. The liftman, he is really hurted by this thing. He is regarded as a slur. Slur upon. Slur upon means damage one's reputation. His social standing over there was damaged than he would have been if he paid a kick on his shins. It was like that the person, he just said that I want to go top. He has not said top please. So there was a social standing. His reputation was damaging. So it was like a kick on his shins. Shins over here means front sides of our leg below the knee. Knee ke niche wala hissa. Okay? Front leg below the knee. That portion is called as shin. Over there someone has kicked up. It was like that, for which he would have got a legal redress. So there could be have a legal solution. Redress over here means solution. The pain of a kick on the shin soon passes away, but the pain of a wound to our self-respect or our vanity may poison a whole day. Now here what happened, that the pain, whatever the kick, he was feeling like that there is a kick on his shins. So that pain, what the kick has given on the shins, it would be passes away soon. It can be healed up. But the pain what that person has given on the self-respect of liftman, of or our vanity over here means pride, may poison a whole day. Whole day will be go worst. I can imagine that liftman denied the relief of throwing the author and this one out of the lift, brooding over the insult by the hour and visiting his wife in the evening as the only way of restoring his equilibrium. Now here what happened, if he has not done that thing, he has not taken that action, thinking every day he would have a whole day he was worst, and he was just brooding over that insult. He was thinking very sadly about the insult, and while he visit at home, so what he will do, all the angerness he will show on his wife. So that's why he has taken that action. Instead of taking his self-respect, thinking about his self-respect, he just restored his equilibrium here means balance. He has just done the balance for that, so as he, while at home he would be fresh, a cool-minded person. For there are few things more catching than bad temper and bad manners. When Sir Anthony Absolute bullied Captain Absolute, the latter went out and bullied his man. Fag whereupon Fag went out downstairs and kicked the page boy. Now what happened over here? Now same incidents, for example, he has given to us, the writer has given to us that for there are few things more catching than bad temper and bad manners. Whatever we are having bad temper and bad manners, what we are giving to other people, when we are having bad mood or bad manner we are having inside us. So what happened? So an example has been given, that there was a person, Sir Anthony, he has bullied, means having a wrong behavior to Captain Absolute. Okay, so this Captain Absolute, the latter went out and bullied his man. He bullied to another one, done his wrong behavior with another man, that his name was Fag. Where Fag, what he has done, he also went downstairs and kicked the page boy. Kicked, again given a push, a good back push he has given to a page boy. Who is page boy? A servant. Okay, so this is what happened when we are getting bad behavior with other people. Probably the man who said top to the liftman was really only getting back on his employer, who had not said good morning to him because he himself had been handpacked at breakfast by his wife, to whom the cook has been insolent because the housemaid had answered her back. Now here again the incident has been given, why the man has said top. Why not top, please? Hope maybe that he has get a backing answer from his employer who has not said good morning to him. Okay, and here to him because he himself had been handpacked at breakfast by his wife. Handpacked means a fight or was controlled by his wife, a control by woman at the breakfast. So that was the reason that the wife was also got angered due to insolent behavior of the housemaid. Insolent, a back answer or the rude answer from housemaid. So that was the behavior over here, and answer her back. So that is the reason that everyone was having a bad behavior, bad mood. So each and everyone has given a bad answer to everyone. We infect means spread diseases, give diseases from one to another people. If we are having bad mood, we will back answer to another people, we will have a bad manner to another people, right? So we infect means we spread disease the world with our ill humors. Bad manners probably do more to poison the stream of general life than all the crimes in the calendar. Means whatever the biggest crime over here is our ill behavior, whatever the behavior we are showing to other people. So that the all crimes is in the calendar. Here calendar means the trial in the courtroom, what we are showing, the number of cases, the trial in the courtroom. For one wife who get a black eye from an otherwise good-natured husband, there are 100 who live a life of martyrdom under the shadow of a Maud's temper. Again here an example is there that a person is there who is having a bad behavior with his wife, who gets black eye. Wife is getting black eye. Black eye means she is beaten by her husband. Domestic violence over here. And there is a good nature husband also is there, who is living with a wife and living like a martyrdom. Martyrdom means shaheed, under the shadow of a Maud's temper. Maud's temper means unhappy. So in such family this incident is happening, that the people are living in a same roof, but the moods, the tempers are different. But all the same, the law cannot become the guardian of all private manners. So that doesn't mean that law will come each and everyone and solve the problem. No decalogue could cover the vast area of offences, and no court could administer a law which governed our social civilities, our speech, the tilt of our eyebrows, and all our moods and manners. No decalogue means the Bible, the Ten Commandment over here. No holy books can be could cover the vast area of offences, whatever the crime we are committing. So there is no such book that will cover up. There is no court who could manage the law which govern our social civility. Civilities means your manner. No one can control our manner, our speeches, the way of behaving, the way of speaking cannot be controlled by other people. The tilt of our eyebrows, the way we are giving the actions to other, the reactions to other, and all our moods and manners. Whatever we are having our mood, the good mood, the bad mood, the behavior, good manners, bad manners, cannot be changed by any holy book or any law court. I hope you are understanding. But though we are bound to endorse the verdict against the liftman, most people will have a certain sympathy with him. But now, as we are bound to endorse means to give support. People give supports to other. The verdict means judgment against the liftman. Most people will have certain sympathy with him. Why? Because he belongs to a poor family. So that is the reason that we will show sympathy for him. While it is true that there is no law that compels us to say please, there is a social practice much older and much more scared than any law which enjoins us to be civil. So it is true that there is no law which compels us, which forces us to say please. But there is a social practice which is much older, from our ancient time, from our ancestor. This is a old ritual. Scared means old ritual that we have to follow, and we are enjoying that thing that to be which make us civil, which make us a better human being in the society. And the first requirement of civility is that we should acknowledge a service, that we have to follow the service of what we have to follow. What is the first requirement of a civility? That we have to follow by saying the terms please and thank you. By using this term, it is just a small change with which we pay our ways as social beings. Nothing we have to give us from our pocket. We just have to say over here please and thank you. Only these two little words will change our day or the people's day. They are the little courtesies by which we keep the machine of life oiled and running sweetly. Hence, courtesy is politeness. The number of times you use courtesies, the number of times we are using politeness in our talk. So, our machine of life will be oiled and will run very smoothly. Our life will be happier, much more happier. They put our intercourse means communication or conversation which we are having with our neighbors in the surrounding upon the basis of friendly cooperation, having friendship with each other, an easy give and take relation will maintain instead of on the basis of superiors dictating to inferiors. If we will not doing that, so what will happen? Superior means the powerful one will dictate means rule. The powerful people will rule to inferior means the weak one, to the lowest strata of the society. It is a very vulgar mind that would wish to command where he can have the service for asking, and have it with willingness and good feeling instead of resentment. Now where the people will think like that it is from a lower strata of the society and we can have a full we can have control on him, though he is a poor person, so I can control on him. That thinking is wrong. Willingness, ready to do something. When we are having that intention, that if a person will do what we are going to say, so that is wrong thing. No, the person should do willingness, whatever the work we are going to ask to him, so that person should be willingly accept our demand. Okay, and good feeling instead of resentment. He should not do any work forcefully. He should not do any work with having anger in his heart and mind, that the person in front of me, he is superior and he is taking chance on me. He is, what he is doing, he is taking extra opportunity, extra chances on me, because I am from a backward, or maybe I am from a lowest strata of the society. So that feeling should not come. I am small one. That feeling should not come. Racial discrimination should not come in front of this thing. Here, I would like to end by our topic. Part 2 of the chapter I will explain inshallah in our next session. I hope you people have understood the chapter. Just have a reading, so as if you are having any doubt related to any sentence or any word, so please ask me. Stay safe, stay at home. Thank you.